Good Sunday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, again, this morning we're starting by, you can see in the monitors behind me here, tornado outbreak again yesterday. Just really, really incredible. This is like, well, today will be the fourth day of extensive severe weather coverage and tornadoes and flooding and severe thunderstorms out in the plains. I mean, it's just been pretty much nonstop, large hail, damaging winds, pretty incredible stuff. None of it, of course, around here or even close to here. By the time this system that's causing all this havoc gets here, which is going to be tomorrow, it will be much, much weaker. It is going to be losing its energy. So we will see thunderstorms. We may see a few strong, but as far as any kind of severe weather, that's not going to come our direction. All of that's going to stay out west, and pretty much it's going to continue to spend much of its energy again today in those same places out in the plains. So if you're concerned that that kind of weather is coming our direction, it is not. It is going to be much tamer by the time it gets here. We've got one more beautiful day. Yesterday turned out to be great after some morning clouds and even a few sprinkles this morning. Plano cam. Wait a minute. Let me go back. There we go. I just hit the wrong button. But there's the Plano cam with the Plano view of the sky over Plano, Kentucky this morning. Clear sky, puffy clouds. It is going to be an absolutely gorgeous day. And breezy. It's already breezy this morning. Yesterday, those breezes, though, felt good because it became a little more humid. If you were outdoors like me, I spent much of the day, again, doing some yard work and out on the patio and just doing some things there, then taking a break on the porch swing and, just enjoying the day and soaking it in. It was, I did some grilling yesterday afternoon and evening. It was perfect. I mean, for all of that, it was perfect. And today is going to be pretty much just like yesterday was. So enjoy that. Here is the view from downtown Bowling Green and our AAA Systems live cam. You can see clear sky, a little bit of high, thin clouds passing by, and some of those puffy clouds I just showed you. But other than that, we are excellent here this morning. And it's going to be just an extraordinary day before we get some rain in here, which is going to come in tomorrow. And as I mentioned, yeah, there could be a few thunderstorms, but I don't think it's going to be anything too serious. Let's take a look at the winds, the satellite, the radar, and all of that this morning. Here's a look at the winds. First of all, the winds are coming out of the south and west. And as I mentioned, they are breezy, 9 miles per hour out of the southeast this morning. More of a south to southwest wind in most cases here, but you can see the lines are tightly packed. So that means we are getting breezy conditions this morning. Here we go with radar. Nothing anywhere close to us. And I mean, it's very quiet here this morning. But you look out west, and there's your trouble. You can see from about Hannibal, Missouri, actually it stretches way up into the Great Lakes, Kalamazoo, Michigan, all the way down through Kansas City, now moving into Springfield, Missouri, Joplin, and a line of stronger storms now moving through parts of Tulsa, Oklahoma, down toward Sherman, Texas. This is all just really wind-driven storms. the individual cells from yesterday that spawned tornadoes has now just congealed into one big line of thunderstorms. And you can see the real-time lightning there just popping all over the place. Dallas, Fort Worth, Killeen, Texas, Austin, San Antonio. Yeah, it's a big area of activity going on this morning. But again, back here at home, it's very quiet. But these are the rains that will be moving in as we get into the day tomorrow. So you've got one more really nice day before things start turning a little more active and a little wet around here. Now, this morning, we're seeing that mainly clear sky. There are some of those little puffy clouds that we're seeing this morning over Bowling Green. These are the thicker clouds and all the lightning and activity going on back to the west. Some of these higher clouds, some of the higher, thinner clouds will start to overspread our area today as we get into the afternoon especially. But any rain should hold off until we get more into tomorrow. So there you go. Looking good for today. Let's check some current conditions, temperatures from the Kentucky Mesonet sites. And we'll see that we're starting in the very nice 60s here this morning. The 60s looking really good across the area. And we have only one cool spot. And this tells me that the air mass, of course, if you've watched here long enough, you know that the air mass is very stable when we see even temperatures, pretty evenly spread temperatures. And then you see this one spot down in Cumberland County, Burkesville, near the river. That one sensor is at 54, 10 degrees cooler than it is up the road in Edmonton and Metcalfe County. And again, the sun is just coming up, so the sun has not reached this sensor yet. That's because of the lower elevation of that sensor. So it's these little nuances with all these little sensors that are unique and help us tell the story, hyper local, if you will. But that's why they're at 54 in Burkesville and not 64 like all the stations around them. So once the sun hits that, they'll come right back up with everybody else. But looking good this morning in the 60s. I want to check humidity. Well, the dew points, yeah. So the dew points are in the upper 50s to low 60s. So it's close to the air temperature. So you get 98, 99, almost 100% humidity when it's like that. It is a little muggy, but there's enough wind out there to take care of some of the mugginess that you feel. Winds are coming out of the south, a little south-southeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour, and there is a bit of a breeze that's about 10 to 15 in some spots. And the winds will be breezy today again. We're going to have a few winds, 15, maybe to 20, kind of like yesterday. Although it may not be quite as breezy as yesterday, it's still going to be a little breezy, especially during the afternoon. So just if you're outdoors doing something, keep that in mind. All right, let's check the model blender. Let's see what it's going to show us down the road and what we're going to see and feel as far as temperatures. And look at that. Again, I'm holding to my "we're done with frost" mantra. I think we're safely out of frost season for the rest of the spring. We're going to continue to see 70s and 80s for high temperatures for the next 10 days. Lows 50s and 60s. Very nice. And of course, throughout this, what this doesn't show is rain chances, but they're in there, scattered about, especially tomorrow. But there you go. I mean, there's not, look at that 87 maybe on Thursday of next week. Yeah, that's pretty warm. Some of the models though are saying it won't get that high, but it's a very good possibility that we could be looking at upper 80s. And then on that Thursday, a good round of thunderstorms and a cold front. Obviously, there's going to be a cold front right there. You would go from 87 to 79, 87, 65, 79 to 57. So right there, either Thursday into Friday, good chances of rain, and it looks to me like a cold front's coming through. But look, it only cools us down into the mid and upper 70s, and lows only in the mid and upper 50s. So, yeah, there will be a cold front that happens there, along with some maybe stormy weather, but I don't foresee it turning into anything chilly, which is certainly good news. If you don't want any more chilly weather, I think we're done for the season. All right, let's look at the maps this morning. And we are looking at another severe weather day. Unfortunately, for the same people that had it yesterday, much of the same people, maybe some of it pushing a little further east into southern, central, and southwestern Missouri, especially along this dotted line. That's a dry line. It's a boundary that is set up that is going to be the trigger for a lot of the severe weather later today. Tulsa, Oklahoma. You get down into parts of Arkansas and then Dallas, Fort Worth, all the way down almost to the Rio Grande and the coastal parts of Texas, San Antonio, down that way. For us, we stay very nice and dry here. We're not going to, of course, see anything today. Now, once we go through the afternoon and more into this evening, still the severe weather threat, the red zone boxes back to the west. Now, this system will start to pick up some energy, high pressure that's been acting as a wall, holding back any kind of moisture from us, will start to move out a little further toward Bermuda. Usually this is a pattern that sets up in the summertime. We call it a Bermuda high, which is typically where those high pressure centers set up for the summertime. It's acting very much like that, even though it's not summer. But this will start to lose its power, and this wall is going to come down, and eventually this storm is going to move into our area. But remember, as I mentioned, thanks to this big dome of high pressure, it's going to weaken this line of severe storms as it gets ready to move into Kentucky. So it should not be as active as what we've been seeing the last 4 days back in the plains. So here it comes. We've got showers that will be entering western Kentucky very early tomorrow morning after midnight. You see just a kind of an extension of a trough, a disturbance that will move in before the cold front. But we will start to get showers Monday afternoon. Yeah, here we go. Afternoon and evening, lining up right across I-65, pretty much from Indy through Louisville to Nashville, all the way down to Birmingham. So all of I-65 getting rained on Monday evening. Thunderstorms, yes, but I don't foresee any severe weather here. Some active thunderstorms again as we get into Tuesday. As the system tries to pull away, there's that dirty high again that I talked about yesterday. That is a high pressure, but it's very weak, and it's contaminated with, some showers. There's not enough high pressure to negate any shower development. And because there are so many other little systems to the west of us and to the north, it's not going to keep showers completely out of the forecast. So this is Wednesday morning, first day of May. A few showers, but mostly during the afternoon and evening is when we're going to see these. A very, again, summer-like pattern in which we have a mainly dry morning, midday, and then in the afternoon, daytime heating, surface heating. We get the pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Not everybody gets wet, but have to include the chance in there. And then here comes our next cold front that I mentioned as we get into Thursday and Friday that's going to come in, and that one is going to cool us down a little, but not much. We go from almost upper 80s to upper 70s as this system comes on through, which will be finally Saturday morning. But you see, even in its wake, we have showers left over back behind it, and more systems keep coming in. So it's almost like a never-ending regime of shower and thunderstorm activity. Even though it may not be all the time, it may not be continual, it'll be next week. I'm looking at mostly the late day pop-up showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. The heat of the afternoon will build these thunderstorms. Again, that's mostly what we see in the summertime, but we're going to see it a lot, I think, next week. And that is, by the way, right there is Friday, and that's, I'm sorry, Saturday, which is Derby Day. And it looks like showers are going to be there at Derby. And it's going to be warm, though. Low 80s, maybe upper 70s to low 80s. So, will it rain at Derby? Not sure about that. The chances are, what I'm seeing, about 30 to 40%. That's not very high, but if it's raining where you are, then it's 100%. Remember, those percentages have to do with coverage and not the intensity of the rain or how much rain you'll get. You could get a gully washer at 40%. It's just 40% of you will get a gully washer. See, that's how that works. So there you go. That's your weather today. Sunny, breezy, little muggy, but the wind will take care of that. And we're going to go 85 for your high today. Get out, enjoy that. In the meantime, in the box this morning, Charlene, Stephen, Gregory, Sharon, Michael, appreciate y'all all watching, and everybody else this morning. I'll see you tomorrow here with another fresh update in the morning. And then, of course, anytime you can check the weather out on the News40 Weather App on your phone. You can download it right there with the QR code. Or you can listen to Sam. I've already updated the weather on Sam 100.7 this morning. And of course, tomorrow I'll be back News 40 at 5, 6, and 10. God bless you.